Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. My apologies in advance. My voice the past couple of days has been pretty hoarse. It's actually gotten very cold here in Washington State. So, my heat has been going on constantly, but that dry air has really been drying out my throat and making my throat swell up and not feel good. I also did Ask the King earlier today, my bi-monthly Q&A show. So I already talked for 3.5 hours today, and my throat is not feeling very well. So I got a cough drop right now. You know, I'm doing my best here. You know, to play tonight. We'll be playing for around 2.5 hours, depending on how things go. So there you go. I'm going to do my best, guys. Thank you to the person who tipped me $100 earlier. Just a couple moments ago, actually. I updated the stats right before I started. That is really nice of you. Whoever that was. Thank you very much. You know, I will do my best to entertain you guys tonight. So you get your money's worth. Mr. Papavera Chudy said, I have one question I forgot to ask for Ask the King. With reverse compatibility being an expectation now for newer consoles, when you buy a new console, would you auction off your old ones? Well, the thing is, let's be honest here. The reverse compatibility, do people want it? Yes. Do people always get it? No. In fact, right now, PS4 cannot play PS3 games unless you download them digitally if they're available on PSN, right? Same thing with Xbox One. You can't play some original Xbox 360 games or original Xbox games on the Xbox One, but you can't play all of them. It's limited to certain things. So, boy, I landed really well here. I got level 2 everything. So, that being said, maybe it's not such a good idea when you are, you know, upgrading your console to trade in the old one, especially if you're the person who may want to go back and play some of the older games. It's definitely not a guarantee that right away your current console is going to be able to play the old ones. In fact, I was kind of pissed because when I bought my PS3, I was actually under the impression that it was going to have the backwards compatibility. I was going to be able to play PS2 games, but I had bought it just after they had removed that functionality from the PS3 console. So I was a little peeved that some people had that simply because they had bought the console earlier than me, while, you know, I had bought the console and basically didn't get that cool feature. I definitely would have liked to play all PS2 games, you know, on my PS3 when I had bought it. So it is what it is, I guess. Should every console have it? I think at least you should be able to play games from the last gen, but they certainly don't all have it. And it's probably not a good idea to just get rid of your old console right away, especially if you're talking about they just went to the new console. Like, for example, that first year when PS4 had just launched, and some people actually went and traded in their PS3s to buy the PS4. I don't think that's a good idea, because, you know, there were still PS4 games coming out. If you remember that year, or excuse me, PS3 games coming out. If you remember that year, there was Assassin's Creed Rogue. And if you didn't keep your Xbox 360 or PS3, you couldn't even play it, right? Because it was made as a last-gen game. Look at this bullshit. Do they really... They're dropping this right on my head just to be dicks. Yup. Well, it's alright. I'll go to this house that I'll be looting for a bit anyway, so hopefully... Okay, oh, shit. Oh, let's see. Mr. Swaggins. He cheered and he said, sadly, this is his last year for today. Sorry I won't be cheering interesting, intelligent questions tonight. I'm going to bed early. I might try to fall asleep to some ASMR. See you tomorrow for some San Andreas hilarity. Yes, tomorrow my Grand Theft Auto San Andreas playthrough continues. I hope to see many of you here for that if you can be here. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to beat the 0 missions, right? And then move on to the rest of the story. So it should be pretty good. Keep in mind, I've still got the friggin' flight school to do in that game. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I can't wait. Alright. Nothing here. Ugh. Oh, my goodness. Imagine if the airstrike could stop so I could leave. Okay, good. Mr. Swaggins did another cheer. He said, this will actually be the final cheer. How are my parents' cats doing? I'm not sure. Quite honestly, I don't know. I don't ask them about the cats often. Usually the only time I hear is like something's going on with the cats in the background when I'm already on the phone with my parents. So I honestly don't know. I don't know how the cat... I mean, I'm assuming they're alright. If there's something with the cats, my parents probably would have told me otherwise. So I'm assuming they're alright. Well, I certainly wouldn't know because I am not there. Okay. Ugh, so now this is a little hut, and then I can move on. Yeah, I'll start heading towards the middle after this. More shotgun crap. Okay, we're done here. Yep. So I'm going to start heading north. Due north. To that cluster of buildings that I see due north. Okay. Yes, Jag's best friend, I will be playing Far Cry 5 next month. Absolutely, I will. Coral Guy just did a cheer, and he says, Phil, when I was at the movie theater today, a couple of teenage girls kept making rude noises, really pissing people off. Their mom eventually left with them. Do you have a bad theater experience? I've had millions of bad theater experiences. There's this one guy who, it's a horror movie, right? The guy, I don't know if this guy had like irritable bowel syndrome or something. Like he had to keep getting up to use the bathroom. And it's a horror movie. So it's dark. Like the whole movie is dark. I think it actually, if I remember correctly, I think it was either Ju-on The Grudge or The Grudge 2. It was one of those two movies. And this guy, he kept getting up, going to use the bathroom, coming back, getting up. So one time he's coming, and it's dark. It's a real dark scene, and all of a sudden, like a jump scare happened on the screen. The guy got scared, and he tripped, and he fell. He slipped on the slippery floor, and he landed on his back, and his shoe flew off his foot and went like this. Like, oh, everyone saw it. It like went across the screen. That shit was funny as hell. And then he had to now he has to go through other rows looking for his shoe that he lost. Like, dude, if you have stomach problems, don't be coming to the movies, dude. It's a bad idea. And then of course you got other times, really rude people who are just on their fucking phones. They won't. I'm like, dude, did you come to the movies to watch the fucking movie or to talk on your phone, you fucking dumb shit? Like, what the hell, man? Hang that shit up or go outside. You stop talking on the phone during the movie. But the absolute best out of everyone who's annoying at the movies has to absolutely be the people who have to fucking bring their baby to the movies. Like, I kind of get it. Okay, so your parents and, you don't get a lot of time away. Maybe it's hard to get a babysitter or whatever. And so, for you, your one night out a week, or the one night out a month, whatever it is, you finally want to go do something nice. You want to see a movie or whatever. I totally get that. But you gotta understand, you don't own the movie theater. When you get a movie ticket, right? You didn't rent out the fucking theater. There's other people who also have hard-earned money. And this is their time out, right? And for you to bring your baby to the movie, especially it always has to be the loudest fucking action movie in the theater. Like, no lie, I'm almost positive that when I went to see like one of the Transformers movie, someone brought their baby. It's giant fucking robots clanging and smashing and what did you think this was going to be a nice baby friendly movie? Of course the baby cried the whole fucking movie. It's ridiculous. Like, people just have no respect. Honestly, it's the truth. They think they're the most important people on the planet. Like there's no one else in the fucking theater with them. So they got a phone call, you all gotta just fucking put up with it and hear the phone call. They gotta take a shit and they gotta get up 47 times in front of you to take a shit. You just gotta put up with that, right? Because they're more important than you. At least it seems like how they act. I don't get it. I'm not like that. Like for me, when I go to the movies, but purposely before I sit the fuck down, if I have to take a dump, I take a dump. Take a piss, take a piss. If I gotta fucking jerk off, I'll go jerk off before I sit down in that goddamn movie theater. So that way I'm not getting up 14 times during the course of the fucking movie. I just don't understand people with that mentality. bring your baby to the fucking movie. Oh, boo-hoo, you chose to have a kid and now you're stuck. You can't go to the movies for 2 years until the kid's old enough to not cry every 5 seconds of the fucking movie. Well, maybe you should live with your own life decision, right? So, well, I don't understand. I'm a parent, so I can't have fun. Well, you know, I don't understand. You're a parent, so you can't just do coke off a Thai hooker's asshole. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, when you're a parent, things change, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you chose to have another life. Therefore, you now have to make the sacrifice. You know, any shortcomings or whatever, you have to live with it. That now you can't do things you used to do for a while until, you know, the kid's out of the picture or can be babysat or whatever. But people don't get that. Like, well, I want to have a kid, but also I still want to be able to do all the things I did when I was single. Plus, I want to be able to do, I want to get the tax benefits of having the kid, you know. So I should definitely get that. You know, it's like, dude, you want like every possible fucking thing and act like there's not going to be any negative consequence of being a parent. Like, grow the fuck up, dude. Anyway, I digress. What a start to tonight. Okay.